Welcome back to Daytime. I'm standing here with George Tate. You're going to teach us about some computers today.
Today we are again. Every Wednesday. Time goes quick. I'm back on TV again.
It's good to have you back. I was just actually looking at your screen here. That looks like Google Earth to me.
Yes, Google Earth. Now, anybody out there using the internet, it's quite an amazing tool to use. When we get internet in the studio, we're going to go and look at it a little bit.
Yeah, it's awesome. You can pretty much travel anywhere in the world.
Pretty much. You can pinpoint Rogers right from space. We can zoom right in and see the streets and different places on the planet, which is so much fun for a wheelchair or armchair exploring.
Exactly. It's fun to go check out the Hollywood sign, too, in California.
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about viruses again. This is a game that my children brought to me one day, and unknowing to them, there was a virus on it. And I thought it'd be nice we'd learn how to install a game and uninstall a game, the proper procedure of where we're going to place it, and there's a virus on it so we can see what happens when I infect a machine with the virus.
Okay.
Now, I've got the computer down here, and at home, when you have your computer, you want to make sure that you have lots of space around it because it needs that airflow.
Okay.
A lot of times we go into the homes, and we find that somebody's got a computer desk, and they've got the computer shoved in really tight into this little space, and there's no air that's able to get in there. That will cause you problems. That can hurt your hard drive and different components of your computer.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to go down to the start. I put the disk in. It's a little difficult here when I'm over here like this. We're going to go to start. And most people, when they go to their C drive, which is the hard drive, this is what they go to, the C drive. You see this? A technician will go different. We'll go down to the start, and I will right-hand click on the start, and I'm going to go up to Explore. And this is where I go to my C drive. This is where I like to see it. You can see the difference here. When I shrink this for you, you can see this is what the user-friendly, what they call user-friendly.
Yeah, that's what I'm familiar with.
That's what you're familiar with. This is where the technician goes. It's the exact same place. It's just that I'm able to see a little easier what's going on. Now, we're going to install a game. Let's pretend that we've got the internet. We're going to take it down from the internet.
Okay.
It'll usually ask you, do you want to open this or save it to disk? And what it means when it says save to disk, it means do you want to save it to your hard drive? That's a good practice. We don't want to just open up any program that comes in because the virus will be installed.
Okay.
We want to download it to the disk, and then we want to run an adware, or not an adware, a AVG or some spyware program on that file that we've downloaded. It's not good practice to download a file and just go ahead and install it. That's what the children love to do. Just grab it, get it going.
I've done that, yeah.
Yes, a professional wants to look at it, because we don't really know where it comes from. It's not coming from our personal friends. It's not coming from somebody that we know. So, the CD-ROM, here's the virus right here. As soon as I open it up, I'm hoping that as soon as I start to look at that, there we go. It tells us that there's a virus. Now, can you get a picture of this? See this ugly guy here? That guy right there, it says that's not the virus, that's just the icon that they've given us to say that the virus has been detected on this particular disk. And we haven't even installed it yet. It's just because it's on the CD. If it had come from the internet, it wouldn't have detected it. It would have come in, you would have installed the game, and it would have infected your computer. So what we're going to do is, even though I know that virus is there, this is what the game looks like, a normal game, and there's the virus right there. It's a little program. See, as soon as I click on it, it comes up again. It's a virus. It's a generic Trojan. And what it's meant for is it's going to mine my data. If I install that into my computer, it's going to try to find out my information that's on there. It'll get in there, it will send it back to a third party, it'll start that computer going, and they will try to find out any things that you've got stored on that computer, your address, where you live, phone numbers, credit card numbers, on and on and on.
So if you had, for instance, with this particular virus, if you do your online banking, you save your information, so you just have to punch in a...
Right, that's so dangerous. That's why we've talked before that it's a good idea to keep a separate computer for anything that's personal.
Okay.
And take it off the internet when you're not using it. Like if you go on your banking, get a cheap laptop or a cheap Pentium 3 computer, plug it in the internet, go on, do your online banking, take the computer back off the internet. Don't let the kids play games or download things from the internet when you know that your personal information is on that computer. That's very dangerous. Identity theft is the big one. That's the one we really have to worry about, if somebody steals and pretends they're you and then they go out and do bad things and then you have to prove that you're not the person that did it. That can be a real hassle to us. So we're going to go find the game. We're down here now. Where are we going to start there? Here's the launcher. Here's the game icon here. We'll see if this can install this and see what happens to it. There's a README file that comes in here. You can see the game. Okay, warning, you are critically low on free disk space. Save the game. Do you want to? Yes, but this is the virus causing this to happen now. You see what's going on? It's telling me that I'm low on disk space, but I know I have 40 gigs on this hard drive. And all of a sudden, I just did an online crash. That virus has taken my computer and crashed it. And that was something I wasn't expecting, but it's totally nice, eh? But see, now you're going, oh my goodness, I wanted to play a game, I brought it home, and now I've had a terrible crash. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take that disk out, and hopefully we're going to reboot the system and come back on. But that's good and that's bad. So now what you have to do is, there's two types of boots that you can do. You can do a hot boot or a cold boot. A hot reboot is when you just hit the reset button.
Okay.
And we'll try that first, okay? So I'll go down here and I'll try just a quick reset and see if that'll fire it back up. And it doesn't look like it is, so we're going to do a hot. Oh, here we go. A nice cold boot. It's going to come back and reset itself. And
Now, it doesn't,
we're going to try this again.
But now that you're reloading it, I've heard that that's bad if once your system has been caught with the virus. Then.
Well, what happens is if we were working on a Word program or something and we had another program up and that happened, we would lose our information.
Okay.
I don't believe that the virus has been installed right now because we haven't able to install the game. It just causes problems to start with. So we're going to try this again. Once we get rebooted up, we're going to try it again. And it told us that we were low on disk space. I'm going to verify and make sure that that's not true, that something hasn't happened. I'm going to show you how to check your disk space. So we'll go down to the Start button, and we'll right-hand click. We're going to go up to the Explorer. We're going to go to the C drive, okay? And we're going to read the properties of that C drive. And it's going to tell me that I have 28 gigabytes free. Can you see that on there? How come it told me that all of a sudden it says I have no disk space? Well, that's because the virus was taking over my complete system.
Okay.
So we're going to try again. Now, it's a good idea. If we're on the C drive, okay, I'm going to go up to the File, and I'm going to create a new folder because I want to have a folder down here. You see where it's come out. And we're going to call that Games. That way when we download anything from the internet, and see when I put that Games, it's come over here now. We have a folder that we can look to see what's going on. We don't want to download into my documents or into temporary or anything within the Windows operating system. And this is all the Windows operating system here now. See your cookies folder? We can go look, and here's cookies. These come off the internet. They're part of the virus sometimes.
Okay.
So you want to keep this cleaned up. You can never, so what we'll do is highlight. I'm going to hit the Shift. I'm going to highlight them all, right-hand click, and we're going to delete them because we don't need the cookies. And then we're going to attempt to do this again. So we're going to go down, look at if we shrink this down, go into my computer, where's this? Actually, you see that things are running strange now because of this virus. So we got the C drive. We want, the D is where we want for the game, and we need to put it in. Nothing's in there, so now we're going to try to infect the computer again, see if I can get it. And this actually did infect my computer because the kids put it in there. And what will happen is you'll go down to the Start button, click on Start, nothing will happen.
Okay.
You'll go to move your mouse, and it won't move.
Okay.
And if you leave it unchecked, it'll start to delete things. Like you might have a bank statement that says $1,000. It'll delete the zero, so now you only have $100. It becomes a real problem. You have to really beware of these people.
Great. Thank you so much for all this information today.
Here it is. It's up again.
The virus is back.
Okay. It's on the disk. So here we go. We're going to try to install it again.
Now, if anybody wants to get in touch with you to get further information on virus,
yeah, you can call me at my home. I do an out-of-home business. And here it says again, critically free disk space. It's just, and it's going to crash me. I'm going to say yes, and we'll see. And it's crashed me again, which is just terrible.
All right. Thanks for stopping by today. And if anybody needs to get a hold of you? www.tatecomputers.com. You can email me. And we're on hydrochat.net on the MIRC, which is multi-interrelay chat, Great.
which is, we call it MERC.
Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thanks, Jen. And then you have a pleasant day, and we'll see you again next Wednesday.
All right. We'll be back with more right after this.